Looks like we're back at it. So, oh, wow, don't you just love it when technology does you so well? But that's alright. So, if anyone is actually paying attention to these videos, I'm about to do my second video, which is including the continuation of my little exploration through Tamriel and Elder Scrolls Online. So, currently, as you may or may not know, I have done one house, and this was my very first house that I purchased. Well, since then I did buy more houses, of course, so I want to introduce you to my house number two. But first I thought, well, let's probably do this the right way and show you a wee bit more about the character that I built up in this game, and then maybe you understand where a lot of the theming for my houses may be coming from. So this is Doc Vamp's Stage 4 Vampire. So he's the Hungary's level of vampire you can probably get. Dressed in his family's even heart-packed armor style. He has a level 50 championship point 883 warden, dark elf, and as you can see, he needs a suntan. On the other side of the scale, toon number 2 that I created is Mistress Vamps. His other half, better half, whatever you want to call it. She's a werewolf, and very fond of feeding on the prey that she slaughters. She is an Imperial Templar, once again, championship points 883. She's also probably my highest DPS toon currently. She's actually really quite nasty, so we'll see a lot of her in action sooner or later. Their first offspring, and yes, I said offspring, is Zara. Dark Elf, Imperial Hybrid, more Dark Elf than anything. She's a Nightblade, really sneaky, nasty little piece of work. And she's currently always in Stage 4 Vampire, level 2. And the really cool thing about her is she slaughters. She's just nasty. I'm kind of partial to that one. And last but not least, the only traitor to the family, so to speak, the youngest. Unfortunately, he is not Emenhart Pact. He is Daggerfall Covenant. So, hence the black sheep of the family. He is also an Imperial, and he's a Dragon Knight. And, oh yeah, he's a really nasty werewolf as well. So, this is the family. And no, there won't be more, well, at this stage. But that is the family. So, as you can see, we're werewolf, vampire combo, dark elf, and Imperial. So even though people will tell you that there are some races that are better for certain roles, be aware I did not choose those races because of the fact it was to fit in with the story, so to speak. So that's where we're at the moment. See if that works. So I'm just checking certain things at the moment. Oh crap, and currently going mute because wonderful things called phones, excuse me. Or they will hang up before I can answer. Excuse the picture of the leaves at the moment. Just trying to get something to work. And it does not seem to wish to. and really upsetting me. Anyway, this better be working. So, my next house is a house in Mournhold. It's where I operate 24/7. And it is also where I have my home, so to speak. So as you can see, I am currently standing at the main gates. And one of the reasons why I like this place is because the fact that it's got the crafting stations, and the master craft is right here at the gate.
Maybe the restrictions in Mournhold will...
And I mean, I can call out my banker or merchant at any time. But then you got your blacksmithing in here. And of course your clothing. A wall. Woodworking. The pub for food and creation. Alchemy. And outfitting. And of course, jewellery and enchanting. And then, of course, one of the things I like about it is, in here you've got the shrines to change things, your bank, and achievement furnitures and everything. And, of course, out this gate over here, you've got your Undaunted. So, it's quite a cool place to be checking on all the time. So, it is really quite cool. Just give me 1 second, waiting for something to load up. I'm wanting to know why that's not working. And then, of course, you've got your markets here. Great thieving, by the way, if you're into earning a bit of extra money. A few houses you can go in, always lots of lockboxes. And then, of course, out of town. And we lead the road to my home, which is up here in the hills. And it's the Quandrum and Aurelia housing. And if you just give me a moment before we enter, I am getting people messaging me from another angle. And there we go. Rightio. So I'm going on in. And once again, we're loving these long load times. Rightio, we're here. So this is my home, so to speak. As you can see, this is what we're looking at. So, got a couple of nice wee statues to greet you on the way in. And of course some blue going down. And I repaved the whole courtyard to make this area. Added a bit of greenery in and about. Of course, the Vardenfell thing again. No water this time, but, you know. And just a generally cozy sort of gathering place. And of course, gotta have my two favourite fire mounts. A very interesting door light, so to speak. Chime, bell. And of course, the typical vampiric meditation area. Somewhere where you can sit and meditate and watch people get tortured. If you're into that sort of thing. But gotta keep with the dark theme. So this is home for this vampire. Of course, this house was sold in ESO as a beautiful view of Mournhold. Couldn't really see a hell of a lot with the way they had done things unless I went hedge jumping. And then yeah, there is a pretty good view out there if you crane and look, so I thought, screw that. And I made roof access with doorbell. And then you really do get a chance to see what Mournhold really looks like, which is really quite cool. It's just a pretty cool place. And of course, if you do need to make a quick escape, easy access to the stable. And I tried to camouflage that as much as possible, which has fooled people quite well. And in some, they just run straight there and go, oh, this is cool. So yeah, all those different people, very cool. Now, in here, of course, the entryway. Once again, very interesting door light. And the design was meant to be just a nice friendly gathering area where you can sit, talk, drink, have a game, just chillax. Make sure you stack your weapons in as soon as you enter. And then if it's a private dining engagement, of course, we have the private dining room. I've seen people put lots of plates stacked and cutlery stacked on a table before. I decided I couldn't be bothered, so now it's just a box with those things on its top saying, yeah, open it up, it's in here. And of course, tonight's meal for the guests. And then the dining room, which I was really quite happy with. And then my newest addition to this house, which I was very happy with because I had no idea what I was going to do with that wall. And I really like how it turned out. Anyway, on going with this tour. So, then, we of course have to be able to cook for these people that come and visit and drink. So, we have the kitchen, with working cook fire, stove top extraction as well. And of course, plenty of booze. Gotta have plenty of booze. And then, what every master crafter needs. A crafting room. So I just wanted it to be quite versatile and useful. Have a good look. And be very easy to access every little area without actually having to go far. Hence, the place to stand. So it was just meant to be simple, easy, and it got into a wee bit more complex. And I made a separate room, and I quite like it. And of course, my kitchen, I don't know why, but I'm quite chuffed with that. Then we do have the private quarters areas. People say that this next area is the best part. I'm inclined to agree on a lot of ways. But as soon as I saw this house and I saw these rooms up here, I knew what had to happen with one of them. And thus the library was born. And as you can see, I just wanted a tunnel of books. Unfortunately, ESO doesn't give you much in the range of bookshelves that have variety but match the same woodwork. So I made a separate area for the magic room. With Old Boy Rocker. An old vampire. Been around a few centuries. Books that move. Books that you can read. So, interactive. And I just really wanted to give it a quite a warm, bright, learned feel. So this is kind of like a magic area, hence the Sishik chairs and all the magical books. And of course, for those who don't understand what subtle is, vampires aren't easily recognizable in stage 4. I mean, there's no distinguishing bloodlines or white face or creepy eyes. So, for those who don't realize, I had to have a stage bedroom with wee, drinking area for a visitor, little knickknacks and stuff. Um, Floating bed, which is pretty cool, I thought. And then I made a room at the end to lead into the outhouse bathroom, or whatever you wish to call it. So you got your bath, nice picturesque sort of scenery, wash basin, and of course the toilet, which is, yes, a throne with toilet roll and flusher. Just be aware that if you push the flusher, a servant comes to take the thing away, because the kitchen's right below you. Well, no, the crafting room is anyway. So yeah, just make sure you get your pants pulled up. And of course, every house needs linen and towels. But, like I said, I am a vampire, and every vampire has secrets. And for those who do not realize, take the lift down. And here is Vampire Treasure Room, which is downstairs, of course. And it's designed to be very dim and blue, dark feeling, with wee treasure room sort of feel. You'll notice that there are two paintings that stand out more than most. This one here in the middle, and then the far side. I was made into a vampire in the rift. So, just little key things like that. This is where I sleep at night, of course, being a vampire. And it's like my little wee treasure room. I can do my paperwork here, count my money, put my money in my safe, talk to my outlaw thief manager. So it was basically designed to hold all these lovely little things that you get from the luxury furnishings and gadgets and pictures, and as if he'd been alive for thousands of years and been hoarding all these originals. And of course you do have my favorite.
You know there's a ghost in here, right? Its name is Vincent, and it adores cherry pie. Maybe you should go fetch a pie. Or, an exorcist. Not sure where you fall on the whole restless dead issue.
Yoga, which is one of my favorite things in
Be
this
honest.
game.
Do you ever wish we hadn't broken the Staffer Towers? Just imagine a world of non-linear time. Wait, is your nose bleeding? Alright, stop imagining a world of non-linear time.
Yoga's cool. And of course, my favorite gadget of all. Surprisingly, he's got the same pot belly as me. Anyway, side note that was. So in my little treasure room, of course. So this is a vampire's lair. And the patriarch's house. And I hope you've enjoyed the tour. There is a third house though. And that will be coming in another video. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the wee look-see of this house, my second house. There will be a third. And like I said, I will come through, like I said in the last video, I will come through at night and show you what these places look like at night as well. Because lighting is really hard in this game to get it right. It takes up a lot of spaces, so a lot of people put a lot of effort into it. So I'll show you what mine look like as well as other people's. But as you can see, this is my home. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and it is time to leave. Adios. Shit now. I didn't even mute myself. Clever. Funny shit. Right. The